All right, guys, what's up, man? Welcome to this week's episode of Cut Therapy. This episode's a bit different. This episode is Cut Therapy Behind the Chair. So, Cut Therapy Behind the Chair is going to be more centered around me, kind of venting, kind of just like talking to you guys, um, mainly men, and anybody else who wants to listen, because that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, this is Behind the Chair with Justin Ortiz. I hope you guys enjoy. Um, this week's episode is going to be catered to us getting our crap together. Um, Not only because is it halfway throughout the year, July, but also because there's so much stuff going on in the world. Um, right now, we are in a financial crisis, inflation. Um, we're in a food crisis every other week. We're in a spiritual crisis every day, really. There's crises happen everywhere. We got weird stuff going on in China, weird stuff going on in America. We got weird stuff going on everywhere. All right. Um, and this is not by coincidence. I think people have the idea that all this stuff is just happening because it's happening. No, this is all God's plan. Um, this is all God's plan, right? And this is not the time to just be partying your life away, to just be outside and hanging out and just doing all types of stuff. Right now, God is calling men to be men. God is calling men to be men. And what I mean by that is, it's like now is the time to start getting financially sound. Now is the time to start putting your coins away. Now is the time to start getting your body in shape. Now is the time to start getting your mental and your spiritualness in alignment with what God's purpose is for your life. Now is the time. Yesterday was the time, and today is the time. You feel me? And so let's get in the groove of that. And how do we do that, right? How do we get financially sound? How do we get spiritually sound? How do we do that? How do we find balance? It's the time and the place for balance, okay? Balance comes through stacking. What I mean by stacking, I mean you have to elevate yourself one thing at a time. It's extremely difficult because if you, let's say you're trying to focus on finances right now, you're going to be neglecting your family. And they have to be able to understand that. And in the journey of you stacking, like once you stack finances, you get that out of the way. All right, now you don't have to worry about finances too much because you've built this empire that is making money for you passively. So now you have time. Once you have time, you can start catering towards the other aspects of your life. In this season of stacking, you got to figure out what you're gonna stack first. This is completely up to you and God. This is between y'all two. Stack, stack, stack. Stack wins. Make your bed in the morning. Stack everything. You know what I'm saying? More so, but what I'm really getting at is definitely like there's a time and a place for balance, and there's a time and a place for obsession. Right now, you got to be obsessed. You got to be obsessed with certain things, man. This is not the time to be floating, trying to find balance when life is completely unbalanced. You got to figure out what God's telling you to do in this season, and you got to thug it out, bro. It's time to thug it out. God is the King of Kings, and He is the Thug of Thugs. You hear me? Okay, so like you gotta thug it out, dog. You gotta figure out whatever season it is that He's calling you into, and you gotta go. You gotta full send it. There's no going back once you figure it out. Full send it. And yes, your family's gonna be talking in your ear. Your friends are gonna be talking in your ear. Society's gonna be talking in your ear, saying, "Oh, you're obsessed, or you're this, or you're that, or you're too focused on this." It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap. You have to figure it out, whatever it is that God is telling you to do in this season of your life, and you have to pick up your cross and walk. And I'm talking to myself as well, because we're living in a generation where men are failing substantially. Men are failing. We are not being leaders right now. We are not being homemakers. We're not being financially secure. We are not leading with the physical temple that God has blessed us with. Imagine if you only had one vehicle in this life. If you had one car that you got when you were 18 years old, and they said that you had to drive this car for the rest of your life. You're never going to get another car in your life. You would take care of that car with everything you have because you need to get from A to B. Why are we not doing this with our bodies? Why are we not doing this with our minds? Why are we not doing this with our spirits? This is the one thing that we get that once it's gone, it's gone. And it's the same thing with time. We view time as this linear path that is never ending. And granted, on one hand, that is true. On the other hand, though, the time that we have on this earth is limited. This is a grace period that God is giving us right now. Grace. And we have to use it wisely. This is not the time. This is not the time to be doing blissful things. It's not. Stuff is going on, and we need to get with the memo. Men, we need to be men. There's no substituting that. And so, this is my calling for everybody. Pick up your cross and walk. Pick up your head, pick up your chest. If your body hurts, so what? My shoulder's been hurting me for a while, since I was 16. And I'm still working. I'm not putting myself over anybody. I don't want anybody to, oh my gosh, what's the word? He's a narcissist. Y'all don't even know what narcissist mean. Y'all don't even, anyways. Y'all don't even know what that mean. But yeah, man, like stuff happens to everybody, bro. And everybody has reasons to complain, and everybody has reasons that they can make excuses for. Excuses are tools of incompetence, by the way. But like everybody has these things that they can make up to say why they're not doing what God is calling them to do. But at the end of the day, they're excuses. Stop making excuses. Stop it. Find answers. Find answers. Seek for answers. Ask God for answers. In your alone time, in the dark, when you're asleep, or before you go to sleep, my bad. Before you go to sleep, when you're just scrolling through Instagram, put the phone down. Put the phone down and talk to God. Ask God for answers. Ask Jesus for answers. Seek and you'll find. There's no excuses. You literally we as men have access. Oh my gosh. We as men have access to the infinite source of wisdom, right? God's Holy Spirit. God made men in his image, right? So we are somewhat a reflection of God. And through Jesus, we have the access to his Holy Spirit. His Holy Spirit encapsulates everything that's in his mind, everything that's in his being. Get in touch with that. Stop playing. Get in touch with that, men. Get in touch with that. Figure out who that is. Figure out what that is, and figure out what it wants for your life. Stop talking to yourself and start talking to God. Yourself isn't giving you any answers. Your friends, they give you answers. You know, wise counsel is cool, but are your friends really wise? I mean, this isn't attacking your friends, attacking my friends, but in most cases, I'm not gonna lie, some of our friends are nuts. Some of our friends are nuts. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, man. And so, you know, like it's good to talk to your friends. It's good to talk to other people. And quite frank, I think it's okay to talk to yourself. But more than anything else, you need to get in alignment with the Holy Spirit. You need to start talking to God. God, how do I do this with my finances? God, how do I do this with my family? God, how do I juggle this? God, my body hurts. God, my mind hurts. God, my feet hurt. God, he will guide you. He will give you the vessel that is going to ship, the vessel that is going to float. He will help you get there. You know, men, we are called to do a lot of things. We're called to provide. We're called to protect. We're called to lead. And you can't do that if you're not in alignment with God. It's impossible. It's impossible. And don't get it wrong. Men have the idea that we can lead we can lead without God. Men, you guys are leaders, whether you like it or not. That's what God calls you to be, a leader. So if you're leading by yourself, you're leading incorrectly, which means you're failing at what you're being. You're failing at your being. The only way you can lead properly is under the kingship of the Father. Get it right. Get it right. It takes time. It's hard. Jesus hurts. Truth hurts. God hurts. It does. Because truth hurts. People are running away from God in this time and running to crystals and running to so many other things because they are scared of truth. They are scared of change. Stop being scared. Fear, the other side of fear is normally where the grass is greener. Once you climb that mountain of fear, and once you get out of your own head, that's really what it be. It really be yourself. It really be yourself. The devil is real. The enemy is real. Don't get it twisted. The enemy is real and he is working. But we give too much credit. We give too much credit to the enemy for our own mistakes. Oh yeah, nah, the devil messing with me. No, you're messing with yourself. Be honest. I can be honest. You can be honest. I be messing with myself, dog. I be in my head messing with myself. I be messing with myself. And if I do it, I know you do it. Stop messing with yourself. You know your potential. You know exactly where you can be and where you should be. Without a doubt, you know. God has given God. Okay, so men, we are we God is so good. We are literally like on earth. We are the ones who speak on God's behalf, excuse me. And so you know how much I forgot where I was going with that. But like that's crazy. Just really think about that. Like we speak on God's behalf, bro. God uses us to lead. We are the kings on earth. God calls us kings, sometimes even lords in the word. We are kings. We are the leaders of this thing that people think is a flying globe in space. That's what we say that Earth is. We are the kings of that. We are the kings of this earth, of this soil. We have dominion, and women have dominion alongside. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Women do have dominion as well. But you are a king. Be a king. Stop playing. Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with your potential. And stop playing with God. Once you stop playing with God, everything else you'll stop playing with. You can't play with yourself if you in alignment with God. You can't do it. Because every time you look at yourself, you're looking at a reflection. Every time. The moment you stop playing with God, get in alignment with Jesus, which is truth, he's the key, he's the access to God. Once you get in alignment with that, you get in alignment with yourself. Stop playing with yourself. Stop thinking you bigger than everything. Stop thinking you that ego, ego, exiting God out. Stop it. Do better. And if y'all do better, I'll do better. And if I do better, y'all do better. Two better than one. Okay? It's just a lie, man. Let's have a good rest of the year. Let's keep our heads up. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Keep y'all ships rolling. I don't care if you in a yacht. I don't care if you in a kayak. I don't care. Keep the ship floating, man. Keep it floating. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching this, man. I'm out.